It could be a short stream, could be a regular stream. I don't know yet. I'm fighting off a bit of chest crud, I think is what's going on. I felt like I've had a little chest crud the last couple of days. And I'm not sure what I want to do here. We got 30 minutes left on the clock. So I really feel like I should spend the next 30 minutes doing real experience. But nothing really sounds that good. The Yellow Pims are kind of thin. We have Offering of Blood and Wizard King that I'm out of range for. We have a Druid and Demigod, which I'm also out of range for, and then just now looking for a tank, I believe. And I am neither of those things. So I'm really not sure what I want to do. I guess I could just continue getting regular experience. So there's... Hey, what's up? Just not sure what I want to do, if anything. And I can't hear its lab. Which is fine. He's goofy looking. He usually doesn't have that much to say. Well, I guess I should finish what I was doing yesterday. That seems boring though. But the grind goes on. No, I can't hear you at all. Just checking. It's just not on my end. No? You're not even highlighting. Are you sure you didn't like push to mute again?
Oh, you know what? That's what it is. Because I was in the EDU yesterday.
There you go. Found it. Found it. Alright. Yeah, I know. I was like...
we fixed it.
You figured it out. I was really trying to decide what the hell I wanted to do.
Well, that's why I was asking. Are you, like, feeling some DDO downage?
No, I'm just... I said I got a little bit of, like, chest crud going on. I think.
Chest crud, huh?
Yeah. You know, like post-con crud? You, like, whenever you go to convention or whatever, you always kind of end up like, kind of feel like that right now.
Can't say that I do know what you're talking about.
Oh, man. Lucky you. Lucky you. I'm just like a little bit under the weather. It's probably not a big deal, but... And, I don't know, I feel... I kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday, I think, but this arty build is a lot of fun with a group.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of covers a lot of stuff. It lets you get in there and fiddle around with your spells and gives you an opportunity to have time to attack things without having to worry about getting murdered every 5 seconds. But solo, it does not quite feel as good, in my opinion.
Well, right now I am currently in R10 Chinese group.
That's what you're saying. No, it's all good. Play your game. I'm probably only going to be on for a couple hours anyway. I figure this is what I'm thinking.
When they're done, because I think they're just doing dailies right now.
Yeah.
So when they're done, we can do something. I just don't know what.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spend this next half an hour getting experience somewhere. And then when that's done, I think for like a break, like a mental checkout from everything, I think I'm going to go fiddle around in the new quests and see if I can figure them out.
Okay.
Maybe. Like, this is the kind of character that has the capabilities to do that kind of stuff, so. So yeah, if you feel like coming along, you're welcome to do so. If you want to get all your big Reaper experience, I can understand that too.
Well, I'm very, very close to my .73. I want to try to get it out before ITR, but I don't know that it's gonna happen. It kind of really depends on how many like R10s I get into, right?
Yeah, always does.
Because if I can get into like 10 more R10s, then I'll have it.
Sure. Why did? Okay.
I'm at 49,000 Reaper XP to get to my 73rd point. Epic Fatal Flaw. What the heck even is this?
I don't know.
Let's see. Shrieking 5, Sovereign Vorpal, Armor Piercing 20%, and Keen on a repeating heavy crossbow?
Click, 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 clink.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure yet, and I don't want to make commitments, but I suspect next hardcore Pip and I are going to have different goals. For like trying to do speeds or whatever. And I suspect what we're going to do to try to make that happen is we're going to do like that all robot party that we were kicking around a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
And I'm hopefully going to have a slightly bigger team. I think it'd be good to get that team together. Oh, were you fighting that chick back here and it almost killed you and that's what's going on? Okay, that was what was going on.
I don't even know what you're talking about, buddy.
Oh, my hireling was like taking a bunch of damage earlier, but I couldn't see why. So I went and I healed it, but I couldn't figure out what was going on. Why she was taking damage and all that. And then some champ caster came around the corner and started attacking us. So I wonder if she was battling that champ caster. I just didn't notice. Whoa, 18 points of con damage? That seems fair. Fun and fair. Double famines too. Nice, nice. Man.
Better than double dooms like we had earlier.
Well, I'm a little ways away from that particular setting.
Man, I had a pack earlier that was double doom and a vengeance, and somebody killed the vengeance first and buffed both of the dooms.
Nice.
And nobody died in that fight.
That's pretty impressive.
How that happened, I don't know, but nobody died in that fight.
It was magic. You know.
Definitely felt like that.
Yeah.
I mean, because like one doom is bad enough in a quest most of the time, right?
Yeah, not untrue. I mean, for the R10s though, I feel like they're pretty expected. So.
Oh no, dooms they're still scary, right? But like
Are they?
I'm getting to the point of where they're not as bad.
Is anything scary on the live server?
I mean, yeah. It's still party wipe.
Well, it's just
not
time.
Not as easy to party wipe anymore. But
I'm just saying that's just time though. That's somebody's got a res or.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you can still party wipe. Like if somebody doesn't have the res or yada yada, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess my mindset's currently different. I mean, obviously you don't want to be getting murdered and using all that time, but it's
Still resources.
not really a. It's true. There's some resources lost, probably mostly time.
Mostly.
I don't know.
Portal lies ahead. The interior of the ziggurat is so vast that the drow use magic to move between different sections of the structure.
TR on the hardcore this week. Hoping to get my 20 Reaper points before then. I think we can. I think we're like 2 more reasonable nights away from the 20th point.
Just do a handful of R10s.
Seems like a pass.
What?
Seems
What's wrong
like
with
a
R10?
pass.
Come on, you can do it, Sam. Come on. Come on, Sam.
I've
You can do it.
taken too many big hits as it is on just R4. Are you kidding?
You can do it, Sam. Go on.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna hard pass.
I believe
Although
in you.
next season, if you want to come over and help me out, I will make a character specifically for R10ing with you.
Yeah. Is it gonna be constant soulstone?
I mean, it won't be a constant. It might spend a lot of time as a soulstone.
I feel like it's gonna.
Because I'll never leave that quest, because that'll be the end. Well, I guess I won't get a choice. I'll just get removed. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Alright, fill it up. There's nothing quite like the Skyborn champ when you're electricity spec. You know what? I could probably do this now. Oh, I missed this last one. Lame. Lame.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh no, I was also debating on recording something, but the only thing I can really think of is a rant about some combination of player housing slash fixing the TR cache and
All of that is played out.
an instantaneous fly. And I don't feel
I
like
mean,
I'm going to do either of those right now.
The instantaneous fly is not played out, but the player housing and the TR cache is like super played out, bro.
Well, it needs to come back because it's the way that they're going to be able to make things move forward.
They are never going to do it.
I suspect they are probably working towards some sort of fix, but I think it's not the correct fix. Would be my assumption. Oh, my clearances are empty.
I know, based off of the whole leadership conversation, I'm not very hopeful.
I don't know how leadership has anything to do with that stuff.
Well, based off like what the current ideas that they have are.
Well, again, I think they're going to work on something, and they... I don't know. It could be correct. Could be wrong. I don't know.
I like the idea of the leadership and concept. I just don't think that they're going to implement it right.
Not because it's a stupid idea. It just is. I'm sorry. And
I don't know that it's
people can
stupid idea.
take things like the idea that you're gonna take basically and give bonuses to people based off of how, like, what random doodads you get based off of how many Reaper points you have or whatever. That just, you might as well just add another column to the Reaper thing that lets you pick and choose the bonuses you want to give out. At least then it would be useful.
I just feel like they're trying their best to incentivize people to group together.
I mean, that is a thing, I suppose. I don't think that. Again, I feel like it's just more of a perk. And the bigger disparity you have between the different people in your group, maybe the bigger the perks are going to get, but I don't personally think that it's a good idea. Again, I think if you wanted to have a leadership tree added to the Reaper trees, instead of having right now you have 3 trees, right? Casting, fighting, defense. If they want to add a leadership tree to that's fine. That makes sense. Works within the system they already have, and that bonus can even scale a little bit around.
I don't know, the point that we're at right now, I feel like it's definitely time to add another tree, and I feel like it's definitely time to add Reaper 10 through 20. Because knowing some of the Chinese groups that I run with, R10 is easy for them. You know what I mean? Like R10 is like R1 for them. You know what I mean? So I think it's time to add in something that's gonna basically make them challenged. You know what I mean?
I don't think 1 to 20 necessarily is going to be that thing.
I don't think it is.
Because just dialing up everything an extra couple of notches is not a challenge.
Well, I mean,
it never has been.
If they add more Reapers into that, right? Add like different Reapers into that.
Well, sure, but you could add just new Reapers in now. Like.
Yeah, but then that punishes people that can't do R11, R12, right?
That's fine.
Punish those people. No, it's not fine.
Sure it is. The game can totally change to add more difficulty for Reaper from 1 to... If it's too easy all the way through, then do it.
Or it's too easy for a select group of people, and those select group of people can run R20 or R11. But it's not okay to punish people that can't run that.
It's the same thing like what you have now, where there's certain Reapers that spawn after a certain point. It's totally fine.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah,
and you don't have to add more cheese dickery mini levels inside the game. You want to make it tougher for people, you make tougher quests, or you just make the things overall tougher.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
The ramifications of going to like Reaper 11 based off of the math they already have is like your simplest monster is gonna like come out there and hit you for 5,000 or whatever. Like, it just doesn't make sense to try to ramp the entire dungeon.
Well, like, because you're saying add more different Reapers, right?
Maybe that's a solution.
Right, and I think if they're going to add more harder Reapers, then they would need to increase it.
Nah, they can just add them from like 10 and 11. They could, or not 10 and 11. They could do it to 9 and 10. They could add a subgroup between
okay, I mean
3
that's
and 4.
fine. I can see them adding it to 9 and 10, sure.
Yeah, they
but,
can.
Like, I don't know. I just think that the better option is add it to 11 to... They go like 11 to 15, but then have those Reapers start spawning at 11, 13, and then 15, right?
And you could have that be part of a solution, but again, when you start twiggling those math, the reason they stopped at 10 wasn't because they thought that 10 was a nice number, is because that the formula that they put in there to ramp things up became crazy afterwards. Would you shrine, please? Thank you.
I mean, there's nothing keeping them doing that formula. Like, you can say that the formula changes at 11.
So it's easier as it scales to after 11?
It's not easier, but it's the same, like, it's the same intensity.
Yeah, but the scaling stops. Like, part of the reason that 10 exists is because the scale's on a curve, right? Like 1 is this much, then there, and then there. Like the way the formula works out, where you're doing less damage and there take doing more, all of a sudden that scale gets out of whack. It's just kind of like how people complain about the D20 system, right? How the D20 system doesn't hold up that well as you move into epics or whatever. And it's because your modifiers just become so big that they add on to there. It's the same thing, I think, with the Reaper math. And again, that's a personal opinion, looking at the math from an outside perspective. I feel like if they need to adjust it, they need to adjust the 1 through 10 scaling. And they could do that. They could totally go through and ramp up like R10. And I think that's part of what they want to do. I think they get a little annoyed that it took as little time as it did to get to where they're at for how people have accomplished R10. I suspect there will probably be an R11 before too long, but I think it's going to basically become a specialty type mode, or they'll call it a whole different system, like Maximum Reaper or something cheesy. Mythic, some super difficult thing. I think they'd be better served spending more time figuring out ways to put leaderboard type mechanics in on a semi-regular basis in the actual main game. I feel like they'd be better served making that happen, so people can get that competitive desire that they're looking for from the hardcore server on live. I don't know if that means you're going to put out a special quest that only lasts so long, that goes in certain ways and has certain metrics that it measures you on, or what exactly, how that looks, but something. That's where they should spend their time and energy, I think. And then have those in-game leaderboard things actually have real-world benefits. They could be temporary benefits, they could be long-term benefits. I don't care. But like, you score X, like, it goes through and it tallies up points. You score X number of points, you get a bonus until the next thing comes out. It seems pretty reasonable to me. If you're in that, if you at certain point level range. I don't know. I think the idea of trying to make more Reaper harder is not where they want to go. Unless they're just going to overall tweak the entire formula, which they totally could do. Make Reaper 4 hard again, right? Like if they put in if they move like Doom Reapers down a tier, they put in, if like every even changes the spawns of Reapers that could happen, and there's like a few new Reapers, I think that would be enough to change up Reaper.
So you're wanting to put Vengeance Reapers in R2?
Not necessarily Vengeance Reapers, but I just mean like you create, like right now we have the basic 4, right? The basic 4, then we have what, 3 other ones, right? Vengeance, Doom, and something else.
We have Despair.
Despair. Yeah. So you currently have 7 Reapers, right? Well, what if they took the time and made like 12 more Reapers, and those Reapers spawn, you know, after, based off of the like Reaper 2 skull. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these Reapers only spawn on 10, they're super tough, blah blah blah. And you can kind of move around. Like, I only had this happen once on hardcore, so don't quote me. But we were able to turn one of the Reapers into a champ Reaper. Like, you could easily have a power stealing Reaper that like leeches different things or whatever, go crazy, because that was tough.
Into a champ Reaper, like the Vengeance Reaper buffed it. Is that what you're talking about?
So one of the champs on hardcore is called the symbiote of something or other, and when it dies, it has a radius that it turns into, like kind of like the Vengeance Reaper buff. right? Except it gains a predetermined set of powers that re-heals back to full, stuff like that. And that's what killed us in Inferno the Damned, right? But one of those days, or one of those quests, we successfully turned a Reaper into that symbiote champ. We didn't think that was a possibility, but it happened on stream. So either it was a fluke or it can happen. So like, you could do all sorts of weird things if they wanted to. You could have it exist someplace and then it eats powers from the defeated. Like, you could do all sorts of weird things. Oh, I don't have consumed. You have a thing. Kill that guy. Why spend 5 minutes making them all susceptible to electricity and then slowly killing them? Oh, beg her for help. Beg her for help. She's not begging for help yet. I don't know. The other challenges, I think, have more to do with the fact of certain mentalities. Like, I've played with some of the people that you're playing with, and some of those people, they have no like regard for their characters' lives and bypassing certain things.
Yeah.
So it's also possible if the penalty box was different or less avoidable, it could be a thing.
Like how?
Well, like, instead of you just die where you're at, you get spawned, like, back to the beginning of the quest. Like, not spawned, but, like, your soul stone appears there, and you leash back there.
I don't know if that would make any difference.
Well, I think it certainly would, because if, depending on where you have to run through.
Or you just de-door.
Or you could de-door and rerun back through, too. That's fair. It could appear someplace else, like a penalty box could be anywhere. Like, you could really mess with people and have a Reaper where your commands, like, are inverted. Like your WAS keys are inverted.
No, that's bad.
Oh, that'd be so funny. And it's like a radiant, like an aura, like a donut, kind of like the Fear Reaper. I also think that they could do a lot more with moving people around. Like,
just create more lag?
Depends on how they do things. Instead of teleporting you around, if they just, like, telekinetically moved you, like, I think it would be fine. Like, if they shoved you back, and like made a, so like, how about a Reaper that pushes a bunch of people back and like randomly grabs certain people and pulls them towards them, and then put a field around themselves so you're forced to fight it like mano a mano, or whoever gets pulled inside. Like, that's a real difficult thing, right? Like, grabs you, pulls you in, like stuff like that. I think could be interesting changes as well. I forgot I'm back on live. All the gear was just so bad again. Alright, so now that I flagged to help people with things, there's some people doing trial by fire.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Sure. It says Reaper, I assume, right? It doesn't say anything. Let's pick these things up. I don't know, chat. I think what I should do one of these days is just brainstorm Reapers. That'd make a fun video. Come up with like 4 different Reapers and put them out there. Wow. This guy doesn't send back tells. I really kind of want to do this though. I don't care what difficulty, I guess. No, I guess not. Sure. Never mind, I decided I want to come along.
Now I count the hours until I am allowed to hunt again.
I guess we just could have taken our teleport item here. City down. Trial by fire is a walk up. So that should be easy enough to get our hands on. Just one skull. Boo hiss. Good enough. I'll take it. I'll totally take it. Killed 2 things. I contributed. Get my little bit of Reaper experience. Get back out. I assume they're gonna do this one. Power made. Where's this guy going? Oh, that was it. Nice. Perfect. I'm the party leader now. Nice. Well, I don't really have a plan, man, so if you have something that you want to do, let me know. Otherwise, I just go back around to screwing around. What I get? What I get? Anything sweet? Nope. Okay. Asked and answered. Oh, I guess we get to take level 28 if we want it. Wrong party. Yeah, this is the problem with Sarlona. There are certainly people around to do things with, but you have to have a pretty good idea of what's going on. I want to take 28. I don't think so. I think I just want to keep banging my head against the wall over here in chain 3, I guess. Sure. I don't know. Whatever. It's one of those weird days where I am kind of interested in doing too much. Kind of chill out. My ears are cold too. Switch to a different hat, I guess. See if we can stop fiddling with it. Flag for the Demon Queen, but they also stopped it there. They have a Crystal Cove going. I don't imagine they added anything new, but you can look at that at some point. Alright. Let's go see if we can find at least his first quest. His first quest is so much experience through for the time in the quest. Not here though. We'll grab that while we're getting our XP bonus here. 2 minutes. Worst case scenario, we'll grab that other one out there too. Explore the Demon Web. Wish this was a few less clicks. Oh my god. Alright, I guess we're not doing that quest. I misclicked and ended up on the wrong side, and I have to do this quest, and this quest is kicking my bottom earlier. So I'm not doing it. I don't want to. Just do not want to. How about... let's go check out the cove real fast. See if there's anything new and exciting out here. Alright, let's run past everything. That seems fine. Take me to the movies. Alright, so anything interesting in the box? Oh, the ship seas bow could be fun, right? If range builds are suddenly good. What does this thing even do? Construct Bane, Improved Destruction, Keen 3, Fiery 4. Seems medium. we don't have dragon. Not dragon shards on us either. But if bows are good, is that bow good now? I suspect the answer is no, but like something in the level 24 range is not out of the question, right? For like being okay to equip. Holy Burst, Ghost Bane, Holy. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. The Drowned is Ice Lore. I really wish they'd turn on the like pirate event and stuff like that for the hardcore server. I think people would get a whole lot more fun out of it. Do we want like a higher level floatsome? Kinda. Yeah, kinda. Is there a banker here? I think so, right? There's a bank in the bar. Let's see if we randomly have any of this stuff in the shared bank. I suspect we probably do. There's not a banker here. Seriously. No banker. Okay. So be it. Alright, so what's dragon? Well, eventually we'll be able to get back in here. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't look like we found dragon. No dragon. Actually super shocked. We have another like some of this stuff goes in, they go in red bags, don't they? They don't go in green bags. Yeah, okay, so there we go. We've got some, not a lot, some. Stolen? No stolen. No Doubloons. So if we were going to do that, we would have to take the time to go and properly do some of the event. That sounds gross. Sorry. Trying to figure out if there's like something interesting here to talk about. Not really that much going on. It's a pretty... Druid chain. I think literally the only thing that's up, and I can't get there without switching around because I put my key on timer. Let's find something else. I really don't care what. Let's go play with the new quests. Let's go figure this thing out. At least one of them. Let's go look at one of them. See what they're about. See what they're about. Anytime. Alright. Let's do it. Let's just do... Let's do Elite. Do an Elite. Explore the Sultar runes. Open the cavern shrine door.
Now that you've reached the Sultar ruins, you can search for the Eye of Kithrin. Kithrin is the flame of turning chaos. So who knows what
Okay.
you find here? A pair of flames erupts out of the water.
So what is this thing? Is it just art? It just looks like art. Okay. More art. A cavern with some dudes. Drows. Somehow I missed all those guys. Excellent. According to plan, I suppose. A few more hit points than I would like to... Wow, and dead. Dead. I only have like 9,000 hit points. Should have been fine. Oh, did I not summon my helper? Oh my god, I didn't. Embarrassing. Oh, hey! I can, Deathport to Forgotten Realms. I could join that Druid chain now if I wanted. No, I could not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not feeling it today. Maybe we'll rotate over to a magic stream or something. Let's go do a draft. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna switch to a draft. I don't know. I'm not in the mood. Maybe it's because I'm not feeling well, or maybe it's just I wanna play a game solo. I want to play a solo game, I guess. This is different. I'm usually not that person. I'm usually pretty happy soloing around if I need to. let's do that. Let's at the very least let's record a stream video, a draft, and I'll probably just share it to Discord. So if you guys have access to my Discord, feel free to jump in. If not, check out the video over on youtube.com/SamusGrobo later. We'll probably just put the drafting in there, maybe a couple of matches. We'll see how it goes. All right, buddy. Peace, much love. We'll see you later. Toodles.